Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight is from Magic Rock. It's this one. It is Highwire Tropical, and Highwire Tropical is a pale ale weighing in at 5.5% ABV. It's a 440ml can and it's available in your local Morrison's for about $3.50 a can. And yeah, there's not a lot I can tell you about it on the can. Magic Rock used to put a lot of info on there, like the hop and malt bill, but not anymore. Which is a shame because it was very useful and just nice to know. Highwire, regular run-of-the-mill, and the grapefruit Highwire I've drunk lots over the years, but not tried the tropical. It's new now to me, so we're going to give it a bash and see what we think. It's got the usual Magic Rock artwork, which I love. You know, it's kind of funky and, yeah, almost quirky. Well, it is quirky. I like it a lot. So, let's get it out into a glass and see what we think, shall we? I'm going to pour into my tiny Rebel glass, their 7th birthday one. And I choose that one because Magic Rock part of that. So the pour is pale, as we expect. Almost crystal clear. Leave it at that. So we have a nice golden clear beer with a nice off-white head. We've got probably good 2 and a bit fingers worth. That's your beer up close in the glass. It does look nice. It's got a nice carbonation coming up from the nucleation points, which I'm sure you can see. Yeah, looks all right. Looks maybe not as hazy as I remember Highwire. It has been a little while. It's been a couple of years, I think, since I last had it. It was at the Hop Inn in Newcastle under Lyme. It seems to be one of their regular cask beers, and I remember it being a bit hazy. But this one, not so much. Anyway, it looks good. So a whiff. It is tropical. There is orange. I've got pineapple. Lots of orange, actually. See what else we can get. Hints of mango, but predominantly sweet orange. It's almost West Coast vibey in that sense. Yeah, it's like that mandarin orange and a bit of pineapple. Hints of... There is grapefruit as well. Yeah, okay. Not as tropical as I was hoping. I was hoping for a bit of mango, maybe a bit of guava, that kind of thing on the nose, but predominantly orange and grapefruit with a little bit of pineapple for good measure. So yeah, it looks good. It smells not as tropical as I was hoping. Just hope it tastes better than it smells. Let's find out. Cheers. Orange. Orange. And plenty more orange. Body is like I would expect. It's light to medium, good carbonation, clean, crisp, slightly bitter, with lots of orange. It's very West Coasty on the palate as well. It's not quite as sticky and as resinous, but it's certainly not far off it in terms of a flavour profile. If you've ever had 4 Pure's juice box, you know what this is all about. It's not quite as sweet as that. It's a little bit more bitter, but that's the realm that we're in with that level of orange. It's okay, but it's not tropical. The finish is, again, clean and crisp and slightly bitter. Dry as well. Little element of dryness. I'm struggling to find the tropical, though. I really am. Yeah, okay. So, it's not tropical, but let's go see what Untapped thinks of it first of all. So nobody who I know has tried it so far, but there have been 952 check-ins with a pretty decent average of 3.39 for Magic Rock for their Highwire Tropical. My scoreboard of joy, I'll just put the name in. I'm going to put it as HWT with a question mark on that one. It's currently empty. Let's give it some points, shall we? So the looks. It looks good for a pale ale, I must say. It's got that clarity. It's got a nice deep golden colour, and you had a nice off-white head that was quite voluminous, and it's kind of sticking quite nicely, sticking around. It looks good. I will give it that. It's going to have a point for the visuals. The aroma, for what it is quite nice. There's orange, there's a bit of grapefruit. You've got the tiniest hint of pineapple on the nose, but that's it. It's not really what I would call a tropical pale ale. Citrus, yes. Tropical, no. So for that reason, it doesn't fulfill the brief. I like what's there, though. I'm going to give it half. The body works. It's light to medium, got good carbonation. It's clean and crisp. Can't really fault that. I like it. It works. Full point for that one. Taste, again, I have a problem with that. It's described as being tropical. I expect things like pineapple in abundance, maybe some mango, like say guava, passion fruit, maybe even a little bit of sort of your Sharon fruit for a little bit of creaminess. Throw in some Sabro for some coconut. What I'm getting is orange and grapefruit over a decent malt bill. I will say that it's balanced. There's a good amount of hops to a decent sort of robust malt to back it up, but it's lacking the tropical flavour. It's very West Coasty in its vibe. Like I say, Juice Box by 4Pure is kind of the ballpark that we're in for flavour profile, but it's just not tropical. So again, I can only give it a half because I like what is there. It's just not fitting the brief. The finish, I like. It's slightly bitter. It's crisp. It's clean. It's a little bit dry. It fulfills the bill for me for a pale ale. So yeah, you've got good hops, decent malt on it as well. And yeah, it works. I'm going to give it the point, which means it's got 4 out of 5, which is a surprise given that it's not really tropical in any way, shape or form. So it can't have the bonus point, but does it get value for money for £3.50? There's a lot better out there, I must say, than this, so it cannot have a value for money from me. Would I buy it again? On the basis that it's described as tropical, I'm going to say no. If they marketed this as a citrus pale ale, then maybe. But it's false advertising. I'm going to put it that way. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointment, really, but it's still a pretty decent score when you're kind of objective about it. You know, it looks good, it smells good, but it's not tropical. Body fits the style. Flavour is good, but it doesn't fit the brief, and the finish is good as well. So 4 out of 5 with no extra tick boxes on the side, I'm afraid. Magic Rock. So there we go. Tasty, but not as described on the can, is how I'm going to sub that one up. And we're going to leave it there and say, that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got the like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again tomorrow for a couple of beers. Bye.